Exciting one today. Brand new for 2025, Taylormade P790s. We have got 4 sites set up, GC3. We're going to hit some shots. I'm going to talk you through the new features, and we're going to see if these are any improvement on previous P790s, because they've been pretty good over the last few years. They are going to take some beating. Let's see if they can beat them. Let's do it. Right, so here we go. Welcome back to the channel. This is Jack Lee Golf. My name's Jack. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you're doing the usuals of liking, sharing, subscribing. Like I said, new shiny P790. One of the standout irons of the last 5 years, I'd say. So obviously we're going to do a little bit of testing today. I'm going to show you some numbers at the end. A couple of predictions that I'm making for this club distance. It's pretty much a player's distance iron. That's what it's all about. So it's going to surpass the carry distances of what you normally see with my more bladed style of irons. Looking forward to this. Specs wise, let's talk through it. So this is the fitting head that you get with the Taylormade sets. Brand new in today, Ickleton Golf Club. Fittings are available at Ickleton or down here at the club. We are 1 degree upright with the line angle, as you can kind of see there. Tried my best to match it up to my Project X 6.0s, but we haven't got any, so I'm going for a mid-trajectory dynamic gold 115 S300 today. So similar in properties, but not the exact same. So we'll see how we get on with that. It's not my usual shaft that I play with, but we should be okay. So I'm probably going to hit 5 shots. There's 1 shot already that's captured off camera. Then I'm going to talk about what Taylormade is saying about this iron, and then we will get into the numbers and I'll show you what this club is all about. So let's do it. That was a better one. It's hefty on the distance, like. That were a good one. Couple more. Right, so first impressions, you ain't got the buttery softness of what you would get in with the blade, but these are a hollow head construction and they've got the speed foam inside them. So I've got Tom G behind the camera as well, who's watching in on this today. Would you agree that these are a bit clicky noise-wise? You said straight away, didn't you, first shot, that there's a distinct sound to them, isn't there? When it comes to what Taylormade is saying about this iron, we'll have a look and we'll see if anything that they're doing under the cover are dictating what noise it makes. So can almost feel a little bit of a spring off the face as well. You'll see it shortly as well when it comes to distances. You're almost sacrificing that soft feel for something that's going off that we can't quite see, but when it comes to the numbers you can see it. So that were a bit thin. Don't know if you guys can see that, but it's 172 carry, which is probably still about 7 yards up on what I'm used to seeing with mine. Spin a little bit low, but we'll come to that later on. Without further ado, let's have a look at what Taylormade is saying about these irons. Righty then, so brand new for 2025, P790 player's distance. 2 words, or 1 word that I've just mentioned there that I think is going to be a big theme throughout this video. So P790 irons created a category all in their own. They're engineered to bring you more consistency, increase carry distance and improve feel in a player's profile that exudes confidence. When these first came out, there was a bit of a misconception from people who didn't quite know what they were all about, because they are quite bladed looking and it is just one piece of metal almost that is straight down, very similar to what you would see in a blade. But as you can see there with that screw, this is where a little bit of speed foam is injected to make sure them ball speeds are a little bit faster. So even though they look sleek, very much not. Revolutionary forged feel, so substantially improved feel was a key focus when designing the 2025 P790. Individual head optimization coupled with speed foam, like we spoke about. Speed foam air, could be a new thing for 2025 that. Delivers a best-in-class iron that raises the bar in terms of feel and performance. High speed more consistently, so the 2025 P790 debuts an all-new ultra high strength, high speed 4340M forged face material that's 20% stronger than previous generations. So forged head, or sorry, it might not be a fully forged head, but it has got a forged face welded in from what I can gather off of that. The increased strength unlocks more distance while simultaneously increasing the sweet spot size by up to 24%. That to me is a bit of a load of crap, because the geometric sweet spot of any golf club is the size of a pinhead. So when it comes to enlarging sweet spots, you're never going to truly retain all the ball speed off-center hits. But I think what they're trying to do is make off-center hits increase ball speed. So when you are a little bit off, this isn't as far off, if that makes sense. Was that English? Like it? The comparison is brought between the 25 P790 and the 23 P790. Increased distance with improved gapping, so a faster face, individual head optimization, and FLTCG, so that's a different center of gravity thing that they're proposing here. For precise center of gravity positioning, generates increased carry distances with optimal launch and spin windows for better gapping through the set. And the little graphic, I'm not sure if you're able to see this, but Taylormade did put something out on Instagram just before the release of these yesterday, and you can see that the centre of gravity does change depending on the club, so this could be a good idea. And I think if I'm able to get my hands on more than just a 7 iron to test, we'll definitely look to see if this iron does offer you some improved gapping. Player shaping, the all-new P790 has been refined with a thinner top line for a cleaner look in the playing position that inspires confidence at address. An increased sole radius and progressive leading edge ensure consistent turf interaction and improved impact location. I think improved impact location is all down to the player. When it comes to the shaping, I don't notice a difference, and I know Tom behind the camera is going to agree with me. You can put down the profile of any P790 from 2019, first ones, to modern day, and I can't tell the difference. I think they've got a distinct look about them that ain't really changed. So sadly, Taylormade, I'm calling you out on that. Specs wise, 30 degrees, lie angle of, for me, 63.5 today because we're 1 degree upright. Swing weight D2/D0. I think that's depending on fitting head shaft you've got, maybe. Standard length and right-handed, obviously. So yeah, that's the info. Let's hit 5 more shots. Let's see what numbers we're creating with this very powerful golf club. I've just been informed by my glamorous assistant, Tom Goodridge, that the Speed Foam Air is to improve what? Feel and sound. But they do sound clicky from the first 6 or 7 shots that I've hit so far, so I don't know if you're ever going to get away with that in this style of iron. You know, I think they're always going to sound a bit clicky, and they're never going to feel as good as what a true blade does. And that's just down to the manufacturing process. You've got quite a powerful head here that's got a forged face, I think welded in. I think you can't see no welding marks. That's probably because Tom Little's not done it like so. But yeah, whereas your true forged irons like your Mizunos, your Miuras, probably even Taylormade MBs, they're crafted out of a softer piece of metal, aren't they? So I've started to turn up now. I'll tell you something, consistency-wise, we're seeing some numbers. So even though like the spins are low, the ball speeds are fast, and the carry is up, we are getting like the same every time. So one previous gripe I've had with irons like this is that you get that occasional jumper, and we're yet to see that. There's a couple of shots that I might leave in here where I have shut the face excessively, and because of the lessened dynamic loft, that's what's caused it to go too far left. But that's more so me than it is the iron. So right, so that were like a touch higher on face, but not by much. And we have seen carry distances jump up. So from one thin to one heavy, we've seen a carry distance go from 172 to 180 there. I'm going to go for 2 more. That were a pretty good strike, just a bit pulled. 182 again. There were a shot earlier, Tom, I don't know if you've seen it, but it said offline 0. And that one says offline 8 yards to the right, so probably a nice one to finish on that. Yeah, good that. Right, so let's have a look at those all-important numbers. Let's see what's going off with these brand new 2025 P790s. Right then, so let's have a look at those all-important numbers. So we measured 14, I've selected 12, 2 of them shut the face down, kind of snap up to them, so I'm not going to include those. We've got average ball speed 123, which is about 4 miles an hour faster than what I'm currently seeing with my Taylormade MBs. We've got average launch angle 18.5, which is only a fraction higher than what I've been seeing with my Taylormade MBs. Average spin axis tilt 5 degrees to the left, so me being a bit more draw bias, I am going to get that. You can see that apart from the last one where we delivered a slightly open face, they've all been negative to around about 5 degrees, producing a pretty consistent draw shape. I'll show you the dispersion circles after this as well. Spin rate's definitely dropped a little bit from what I'm used to, so I'll normally see about 6,000 revs of spin with my 7 iron. Distinct differences though between the P790 and mine is about 5 degrees in loft, 4 degrees in loft. So my 7 iron is more 34 degrees, 35 degrees, whereas these, as we checked earlier on the specs, is 30 degrees. So I've predicted a slightly lower launch than what we're getting. Due to the construction of the head though, these tend to be lower spinning and higher launching. So that's where it's caught back up. Definitely seen a drop off in spin. Carry, now this is the big difference. So my 7 iron, I'm usually seeing about 170 carry, I do believe. I'm going to have to check my gapping video that I did about a week ago because I should know what my carry distance is with my 7 iron. But 177 with the P790, so we're definitely squeezing a lot out of that iron. Average offline 0.2, don't want to brag about it. We will see in the dispersion circle shortly after this that I missed a few left and right, and it's averaged about 0.2. So even though I'm bragging, it's not that serious. So main takeaways from this club, and a player that I think this club will be good for, someone that's lacking in a little bit of speed, someone that is desiring a little bit of distance, but still wants a very much players-looking golf club with decent feel, even though it's not going to be bladed, but I wouldn't expect that caliber golfer to want to play with a bladed iron. So you get the looks, you get a very good feel, you get the distance, you get the ball speed. Yeah, it's a little bit lower in spinning, but you are gaining that carry distance. Let's have a look at those dispersion circles. So for every one of these lines, this is the center line, and this is a 5-yard miss. So we've got about a 7.5, 8-yard miss there, and we have also got a 5-6-yard miss there. So I'm not missing by miles. It's a pretty good grouping of shots. Like I said, whilst we were doing a little bit of testing, I was half expecting my shortest shot to longest shot to be further than what it is there. So when it comes to, I'm nicking a ping word here, when it comes to like spin consistency and stuff like that, and controlling your launch conditions and your spin conditions, definitely expecting the shortest one to be round about where it is, because there were a couple of thin strikes in there, but they are very well grouped with the longer ones too. So almost looking at this one here that might have jumped 2 or 3 yards, looking at that one, which were a closed face shot, which you'd expect to go a little bit further, that for me is pretty impressive. So I think if Taylormade have spent a little bit of time, care and attention on cutting out the crazy jump, like knuckleball type shots with this iron, these could be pretty good. So all in all, 2025 Taylormade P790, impressed with them. If you want to see me do any more tests, let me know in the comments below. Apart from that, I'll catch you in the next one. So do all the usuals, like, share and subscribe. See you in the next one. Make sure, if you've not watched it already, the indoor major that we've played, I'm going to say last night. As I'm recording this, we will have played it tonight, but it's going to come out before this video. That's confusing. Before I confuse you anymore, in a bit.